People are exhausted by politicians, media personalities, and activist types who sound like they attend a 3-day workshop on how to speak without ever saying anything real. And ironically, Bill Maher might have accidentally admitted the entire problem in under 30 seconds.
He's a monster till you talk to them.
Who haven't you interviewed that you want to interview?
Ironically, mostly Democrats, like, because they're tootsies, they won't come on the show. Like the Clintons. Kamala, I voted for you. Really?
You haven't interviewed them yet?
I would love to. The Democrats are about like going anywhere that they're not already pre-adored. Not all of them, but Kamala Harris. Like I always say to my woke friends, we voted for the same person. You're just why she lost. He's a monster.
Bill Maher, he basically says Democrat elites refuse to go anywhere that they might face real questions. And honestly, that clip matters more than people realize, because he didn't say Republicans are beating them. He said their own people are hiding them. That's different. See, when somebody only performs in friendly rooms, eventually they stop sounding human, right? Eventually. Then they start sounding assembled, if you will, right? Like every answer went through HR, legal, Twitter activists, a diversity consultant, and a panic room before it reached the microphone. And people feel that. That's why so many interviews now sound like hostage negotiations with applause tracks. Nobody talks normal anymore. Every sentence sounds terrified of the internet. And the crazy part is Bill Maher isn't even saying this as some MAGA war general. That's what makes it hit even harder. This is somebody from inside the house walking through the kitchen going, yo, why does everything smell burnt, man? But then another conversation starts happening online, right? And this is where it gets way more uncomfortable for the people pretending Obama-era politics left everything stronger than they found it.
Now, every group is more powerful than black folks. That's not Donald Trump's work. That's not Joe Biden's work. That's Barack Obama's work. Before Barack Obama gets elected, you are the priority minority. The government wasn't doing nothing for you, but they had to address your issues. Whether they were for it, whether they were against it, you couldn't ignore black people. Every president until Obama had to make a stand on where they stood regarding the black agenda. Barack Obama changed the game. He was the first president in American history black people asked to do absolutely nothing. When he gets out of office, Trump takes over, and all of a sudden, Al Sharpton, who met with Barack Obama more than any black leader ever met with a president in history. Dr. King didn't meet with Kennedy and Lyndon Baines Johnson as much as Al Sharpton met with Obama, but Al Sharpton didn't deliver a single tangible good to the black community from all those meetings with Obama. Not nothing. And so when Trump gets in office, black people say, well, Donald Trump, you got to be accountable. And Donald Trump looked at us like we was crazy. You just had a black man in the White House for 8 years. Ain't did shit for none of you. Ain't do a damn thing, and y'all celebrated him.
Now, Dr. Umar, somebody who I'm sure we disagree on a wide range of things, says Obama changed black political leverage forever because black Americans became the first group expected to ask for nothing while being told they'll receive everything. And whether people like Umar or not, that point is why this conversation keeps exploding online, because a lot of voters start realizing symbolic victory and actual improvement are not the same thing. That's why the messaging stopped working this time. It's not working the same. You can't keep telling struggling people that they're making history while their grocery bill looks like a ransom note. Eventually, somebody's grandmother is going to look at the TV like, okay, but can history help with this light bill? And that's the part Democrats keep misleading people. That's what they keep misleading people at. They think disagreement automatically means radicalization. Sometimes it just means the spell wore off. That's why so many media personalities seem genuinely confused that black voters, Southern voters, younger male voters, even immigrant voters are starting to sound less emotionally attached to the political brand, because once people stop treating politics like a religion, they start auditing results instead of the speeches. And honestly, this next part proves something even bigger. This whole conversation isn't just about race or parties anymore. It's becoming a conversation about reality itself.
They don't have freedom. Their people are not free. It is a police state. And when you don't have that,
Their freedom is different than their need of freedom is different than our need of freedom. Not all.
That's kind of patronizing to say what another person's need of freedom is. Freedom is freedom. I think they maybe they don't know. Maybe they're so brainwashed at this point they don't know how much freedom they need. But I think people yearn for freedom and they don't have it.
No, say for example, you come from a place that was war torn, and you want to be free from that. That's different from I want to be free to do something that is not at the same level. So not every freedom is the same freedom. Sometimes you want to be free from tyranny. You want to be free from, people in the Congo want to be free from that oppression. People in America's freedom is a different freedom. And to say they're the same, that's not fair to those folks that are truly suffering.
I agree.
So,
we are lucky. We complain about freedom, and some of those complaints, of course, are valid, and certainly in history, they're tremendously valid. But the perspective is important. To compare ourselves to what the rest of the human race has done with this concept is important. And we generally have more freedom here than many, many people do.
Now, this Bill Maher and will.i.am clip about China is deeper than people think, right? Maher says freedom is universal. William says freedom depends on the society. That's the entire modern argument right there. One side believes freedom belongs to you naturally. The other increasingly talks about freedom like it's something powerful people adjust for you depending on circumstances. And Americans are getting uncomfortable with that because once freedom becomes relative, eventually somebody decides how much truth, speech, money, or opportunity you're allowed to handle. And somehow those people never limit themselves. Only you. Then the internet, it just does what it always does, right? Throws pure chaos into the middle of a serious conversation.
Which oppression was worse, the oppression of women or the oppression of African Americans or blacks?
They used to eat us.
Really? Wait, what? Eat?
African Americans were eaten. Do they not teach this? They were eaten, turned
You think
into
there was
furniture?
widespread cannibalism in the United States?
This was with a specific lady in New Orleans, and she I know who you're talking about.
Wait, hold on. One example of cannibalism is not evidence of widespread.
They used to skin us and make leather out of it. Why is that even a question?
I think he's saying because you're only pointing to one example.
It's not one example. Christopher Columbus wrote about eating children.
Christopher Columbus is a cannibal now?
Yes, he has he literally has journals of eating children. That is true.
I don't know. We got to fact check this shit. Which oppression?
Yeah, definitely. This is why podcasts are replacing cable news. Nobody polished this conversation. Nobody cleaned it up. The host looks genuinely baffled the whole time, and I guess people watch it because it feels alive. That doesn't mean every viral conversation is smart. Some are emotional, some are messy, and some just go completely off the rails. But, for some people, at least they sound real. Right now, real is beating polished by a landslide, which brings us to the final clip. And how do I say? Honestly, this is the one establishment Democrats probably hate the most.
I'm a black woman, and I'm going to say this, and I'm going to say this for all you damn delusional, funky-ass Democrats that get on the television and act like we're black people are ignorant. Y'all act like we're unlearned. Y'all act like we don't know no better. Y'all act like we're slow and everything. I'm going to get to some bullshit that AOC said. And anybody that she's going viral with, she's only going viral with these are delusional leftists, ignorant thinking Americans that seem to continue day after day believing that black people votes are in jeopardy. Our votes have never been in jeopardy unless you got some lazy ass blacks that won't go out there and get the credentials that they need that will allow them to be able to vote, which is a fucking ID. Now I'm finna get to this AOC and this old clown black boy that acting like he's Timu Martin Luther King. I'm sick of these bastards. I'm sick of how they are. I'm sick of them trying to stir the pot and cause some mass hysteria, chaos with fucking blacks that don't seem to understand your vote cannot be fucking taken if you're a natural born American citizen. Let's get to this heifer here, AOC.
Time for the North to pull up to the South. It is time for New York to pull up to Alabama. It is time for all of us to come to Georgia, to Louisiana, to Tennessee, to Mississippi, and let them know exactly what they have uncorked with this injustice.
Who the hell do you assholes think you are? I'm going to tell you why y'all mention all the southern states. Because y'all think we don't have no fucking sense. We got plenty of professional people in the South. Just like Jasmine Crockett said that we were poor, Texas poor, Georgia poor, and everything. I'm going to tell you blacks something in these states. This is how Democrats think of us. This is how they've always thought of us. They gave us welfare so they can make us shut our mouths up. They gave us all this housing and projects so we could get somewhere and be good little girls and good little boys. And then they get up here and they take to the TVs and they try to fucking humiliate us to our face. And then you're going to have some fucked up blacks that are going to turn around and still allow this damn ignorant rhetoric to go forward and stuff. They're still gonna have some delusional ass blacks that's gonna have a reason to still promote and go and back these damn people up. You know what she said? She said it's time for the North to come to the South. You got some ignorant people in the North. What the fuck are you talking about? It is time for New York to go to Alabama. What is going on in New York right now and stuff? They're being led by a motherfucking Mandani foreigner that's trying to turn New York upside down. What the fuck can they do coming into Alabama? Not a goddamn thing. You know, you all need to stay up there in Washington with y'all fake ass likings of citizens. Y'all let the motherfucking border open. Y'all let all these people come in. Y'all let all these folks take our resources. There are so many people getting cut off Social Security. There's so many fucking people getting cut off Medicare. There are so many people that can't afford childcare. There are so many people that are homeless. There are so many people that can't afford groceries, can't afford gas. And y'all got the fucking nerve and the audacity to get on fucking television and tell these states to pull up places. Y'all motherfucking needs to pull out. That's what y'all motherfucking do. Y'all need to pack y'all bags and go. Because we gonna show y'all motherfuckers just what we mean and everything. Y'all think that y'all gonna play on black people intelligence again? Y'all think that y'all gonna misuse us? Y'all think y'all gonna use us to tilt the scale? We got another thought for you motherfuckers. Y'all not gonna use us. Y'all plantation is burning down. Y'all plans are burning down. So now y'all finna travel y'all ass on taxpayers' dollars down here to mess with these states and all. These states need redistricting because at the bottom line, all these states that are black district are poor. Their illiteracy rate, their education is poor. The housing situation is poor. The infrastructure is poor. Crimes is up a rampage and everything. So don't fucking tell me nothing about remapping and redoing anything by redistricting because districting should have no motherfucking color. No color. And at this point, I don't even trust Democrats. I don't give a care what color it turned. Red, blue, purple, pink, or white. It doesn't fucking matter to me because there is nothing that you all have done to us but make us suffer. And then y'all want us to think that it was the Biden administration that saved us. No, the fuck they didn't. They started the disaster. Matter of fact, I take that back. Obama started the disaster. And then now y'all want to come in and y'all want to mess with our states and y'all want to come in here and want to do all this and want to make us think that we're too stupid to handle it. Well, bring y'all asses on. And we will show y'all. Georgia will show y'all. Mississippi will show y'all. Texas will show y'all. Alabama will show y'all. Just because we're in the South, that don't mean that we're slave mentality. Just because we're in the South don't mean we're slow. Just because we're in the South don't mean that we still got educated people. We still got doctors. We got lawyers. We got athletes, professional. We got celebrities. We got everything that y'all got in the North. We got everything that y'all got in New York. We got everything that y'all got. So come on with it. Come on with it. I'm an educated black woman and all that. I ain't nowhere near slow. So keep thinking that. Keep thinking that. I ain't on welfare. Keep thinking that. Y'all got us and all that. We need y'all help. We don't need a motherfucking thing from y'all, but to stay y'all stinking ass where y'all are. And that's nowhere. Because, baby, like I said, I ain't on your Democratic plantation. I don't have no slavery Democrat mentality, no fucking more. And just because I'm black don't mean I'm going to vote Democrat. Americans first, Americans first.
Now,
assholes.
This woman isn't just angry about politics. She's angry about, how do I say this? She's angry about condescension. I think that'd be the appropriate word. That's the word underneath this, underneath that entire rant, right? The clip blew up because millions of people recognize the feeling of being talked to like their intelligence only matters when it votes correctly. And one of the Democrats' biggest mistakes was assuming education automatically creates ideological obedience. But Southern Black Americans are not political pets waiting for approval from media circles in New York or in D.C. That's why her rant hit so hard. Not because it sounded polished. Not at all. Because it sounded, insulted. And insult travels faster than strategy every single time. That's why Bill Maher's clip matters so much now. Because he accidentally admitted modern Democrat leadership became so protected from disagreement, they stopped recognizing when the country changed tones around them, not parties, tones. And once the tone changes, everything changes after. People can handle disagreement. What they're tired of is being psychologically managed by people who clearly think they're smarter than them. That era is dying right in front of us. And the craziest part is the people causing the backlash still keep responding with the exact same voice that created it. And that's why trust keeps collapsing, not because people suddenly became radicals, because they got tired of being talked to like children. Simple as that. So, I'll tell you what, I'll give you an option. We're gonna do some sentences today. Either write the sentence, people forgive disagreement, or write the sentence, they never forgive disrespect. Or put it together if you want to, write a lengthy comment to let, no, I'm playing. Y'all be safe. Let's go check on somebody today. Excuse me. You could quite literally be saving their life. Peace.